Okay. Rocket launcher. Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. STP.
Hello guys and welcome to today's STPL. We've got two series coming your way. There was a couple of walkovers in the first one, so we should be able to get through that matchup very quickly. And that was DM versus SCTV. Two of the DM players unfortunately didn't show up, but they have been kicked out of DM for now. Looking at the format for this season, it's the same as last season, but with a new map pool. The prize pool distribution is the same as well, so not really much to explain there if you've seen it before, but if you haven't, all the series are best of 5. All of the games within the series are best of 1. Set 5 is the ace match and is only played if the teams are tied 2-2, which means we could see one of them in this series if DM can win the other 2 games. But the map pool for this season: Blindside, Bluestorm, Towercross, Traithlon, Holy World SE, Judgment Day, and Neo Electric Circuit. Let's introduce both of our teams to get us started here. As I get myself ready to make sure I go through the menus without clicking the wrong button, and I nearly did it. Starting us off here is going to be DM, one of our veteran teams from Season 1. They've played in every season so far. But essentially, what I wanted to say was they nearly actually dropped out this season, which I'm kind of glad they didn't. They were a little bit worried that they couldn't play because they didn't have enough players, but they managed to pick some up. And it's really good to have them here, just to kind of round out the teams as well, although we would have only had 8. And it's always good to see one of the veteran teams come back, because DM have played all 4 seasons so far. This is their 5th season. They've not always been the strongest team, but they've definitely been one of the mid-table teams. They've always done okay. Now Dom and Sodam, we're going to be making, well, Dom would have been making his STPL debut today, and Sodam would have been playing his second game. But Dom decided he abstained. I don't really get what that means, but yeah, he just decided not to play. So he didn't turn up for his game, and then Sodam didn't turn up either, so they have both been removed from DM moving forward. But Tech and Torsan, both Chilean players. Tech definitely one of the Chilean heroes in STPL. His win-loss ratio may not show it, but he was actually one of the best players in Season 1, did an incredibly good job there, and then kind of got very, very unlucky with his opponents and started falling off the bandwagon a little bit, but that's how it is. Let's have a look at their opponents. Going to be one of our brand new teams here, Starcast TV Stars. They were initially signing up as IrrA, the Africa TV Team League. No, it's the Africa Star League Team League, isn't it? The ASL Team League. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. But yeah, basically something went wrong in Korea with IrrA, and the team left that sponsor because of some drama that happened. I don't quite know what happened, but that means they're playing under the Starcast TV branding, of course, headed up by Cruiser. Thank you, Eskia, for the bits, man.
Shoutouts to the Kicks doing all the casting. Much love, homie. Less than 3. Also chat drop some Chef Franks.
Some Chef Franks. I don't know what Chef Frank is. But Starcast TV debut team, we do have some players that have played in previous teams in the SPL. We have Raina from Bull here. He's going to be making his re-debut because Bull didn't play in Season 4. But Sodam, Simsim, and Fleta, all brand new players to the STPL. We won't see Sodam and Fleta play today, unfortunately. They will get walkover wins. But Simsim is going to be an interesting view. Sorry, we'll see Sodam. We won't see Simsim and Raina? Is it? I've completely forgotten. Yeah, Raina is the one we won't see play today, which is kind of weird. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the lineups we've got. See the matchups as well. We're going to start with the PvZ, Tech and Sodam on Judgment Day. We're then going to move on to game number 3, which is going to be Torsan versus Fleta at TvP on Holy World SE. So we've got a good variety of matchups today in this first series, and the second series we have some other great matchups coming as well. But let's see how this is going to go. Obviously, not too much to introduce with Sodam. He's a brand new player to the SCTPL, so I can't really talk about him too much. But Tech is one of those players that's been around since Season 1. He didn't play as much in Season 3 and Season 2, but in Season 1 and 2, he came out, in Season 1, in round 1 and 2, I keep forgetting that Season 1 was 14 months long, so we had a lot of, time to go through there. he came out every time DM had an ace match and won. So he was kind of like the ultimate ace player back then. Obviously, since then, he's maybe not done as well. His win ratio is only 34% overall. But against Zerg, he's got a nearly 50% win rate over 14 or 13 games. This will be his 14th. So he's definitely in a good position to move forward here. The map we're going to be going into is going to be Judgment Day. One of my favorite maps to watch. Very, very cool games on here. Previously in the SCTPL, this was used in Season 1 of SCTPL. It's not been used since then. I think it was used in Season 1 ended... Was it Season 2? It's so confusing. But either way, the last game we had on here of a ZVP was Kenzie versus Yeti back in June 2019, so over 2 years ago. That's all I really needed to say. Let's get into it. It's game number 1. It's Tech versus Sodam. And it's here on Judgment Day. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand corner, fighting for Starcast. It's Sodam as our Blue Zerg. And here in the top right-hand corner, fighting for Tech. Oh my goodness. I've got one job. I have one job and I keep messing it up. I know no one probably would notice, but either way, I notice and then I tell everyone anyway, because pointing out my mistakes is something I'm good at. Either way, in the red, fighting for DM in the top right-hand corner, we have Tech as our Protoss. Tech going to be expanding out towards the middle. Of course, you need to block this if you want to wall in your natural. Apparently, Creative said I was correct on it being used in Season 1. I didn't think it was Season 1, because 2018, 2019 seems too late. But then Season 1 lasted so long that's why. I think Season 1 started in 2017 and ended in 2019. That's how long it was. It's either that or I bought it back for a show match in 2019 or something. This seems a bit weird. There seems to be a big jump in dates when you look at the dates there. Yeah, there's a year gap. So I must have done a show match between Net Wars and IrrA at some point that I completely forgot about. Ah yeah, New Arkanoid was Season 2. Okay, so what we've got going on here, we have a gateway. Oh, it's 2 gate actually. And he's hiding the second gateway behind to fool this Overlord. This Overlord is going to fly in, see the gateway, and probably not fly the whole way in. If he does, then Tech is in not a huge amount of trouble, but it's still something he doesn't necessarily want to show off. And look at this, is he going to see the second gateway? He's getting closer and closer. He can't see it yet. This could be a big, big problem. This could be a very quick win for Tech. He doesn't see it. What great positioning. Oh my goodness, Tech with the amazing building placement there. Obviously, Sodam will see the second Zealot coming out now, but that's a little bit of extra time he has where there's going to be no Sunken. And we are on Judgment Day, which is when you zoom out, you'll see here that this is essentially your third base. It's a mineral only. You're not likely going to expand their second, so he's not going to have a Sunken at the front. He's not got a Sunken in his main, and there's going to be no Sunken at his natural. Now, he has a choice. He defends his main or he defends his natural here with a Sunken. Which does he choose? It looks like he's not really paid too much attention. He's building a lot of Lings, but this is 4 Zealots already. There's going to be another, 3 Zealots already. There's another 2 going to be on the way. The third hatchery is cancelled immediately. You can actually build a pylon here as well. And look at this, he's going to wall the Zerglings in, and he's going to go for an offensive on the natural hatchery. And this is definitely looking a little bit rough here for Sodam. Tech coming in with a very well-planned build here. Very good positioning on the gateways. And now the aggression is really going to start to begin. Obviously, Sodam has the option of building a ton of Lings, but he's going to be taking a very unstable fight here. He's definitely not going to be the one in the advantageous position here. I've completely forgotten how to freeze things, so please forgive me there. But looks like the two Zealots clearing up some of the Lings from behind. If Sodam wants to get out of his base, he's going to have to come in from both angles. But if he can get speed up, which should be either finished or almost finished. No, it looks like he skipped Ling speed. If he got Ling speed and managed to just run across the map, he could end the game. There's no wall here. It looks like Tech is getting ready for some kind of counterattack. He's going to have to build his forge, which he's going to. But he needs to bring all of his Zealots together and go for a big push here. He killed the natural hatchery. He is in such a good position. Can he put the nail in the coffin? There is only a single Sunken at the back here. That is not going to be enough to hold on against this many Zealots. The Lings, the drones are going to have to be used here to try and stay alive. Lings coming in from behind as well. Drones blocking the best they can. But there's so many Zealots back at home as well. This Sunken is under fire. The drone drill is incredible. The Sunken is holding, but more drones are starting to go down. More Zealots coming in from the other angle. And it looks like the Sunken's down. And with that, Sodam may have just lost the game here. Sodam taking so much damage. Zealots still alive, still doing damage. 2 additional drones killed. 13 probes, 7 drones. 2 hatcheries do remain. But there's another 4 Zealots and another probe coming in. And there is no defense back at home. Those 2 Zealots still alive. Going to get into a good position here to trade as well as they can. And this Overlord is going to see the nail in the coffin coming. There is nothing Sodam can do to hold on to this. With 10 supply, with barely any minerals, he cannot build any more Lings. And he's just decided to try and drone up as well. Sodam has one choice here, and it's to type double G. Because that's all he has left. And Tech is going to keep the dream alive here for DM, knowing they are down 2-0 from walkovers. GG, Sodam taps out, and Tech wins game number 1. Okay guys, welcome back. I do realize I said that we were going to have Torsan, but we actually had a last minute substitution that I didn't realize about. We do have the return of IrrA to DM. IrrA was actually one of the Valhalla team captains. He moved on to Seoul during season 3 and 4 as like a captain to kind of help out Fujikura. But he's joined DM as a player this season, so here he is. It's going to be his 4th game in the SCTPL, his first game in over a year, which is kind of cool to see him back here. It's going to be a TvP. His opponent is going to be Fleta for StarCast TV Stars. I know absolutely nothing about Fleta, so we're not going to be going into the player stats for him, but let's have a look at the map they're going to be going on. It's Holy World SE. Throughout the history of the SCTPL, this map first appeared in Season 2. We only had 3 TvPs here, which Protoss did win all 3 of them, but I'm hoping that today's one is going to be a pretty good one. We've averaged around 12 minutes for TvP on Holy World SE, so let's see how it's going to go as we get into game number 3. If you're wondering what happened with game number 2, the DM player didn't show up, so we're on the 3rd game. It's the 2nd game was a walkover, so I do apologize, but let's get in. It's game number 3. It's IrrA versus Fleta. There we go, and it's on Holy World. Okay, starting us off down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the green Protoss player fighting for StarCast. It's Fleta. And their opponent spawning up here in the top left-hand corner, fighting for DM. It's the Mexican player, IrrA, fighting as our White Terran. Now, just as we're kind of getting into it, I realize that this week has kind of been plagued with quite a few walkovers. I know we had a full walkover series and 2 walkovers in this series, but it was week 1. Week 1 is always the hardest, especially after a long break, especially when time zones from people all over the world are concerned. So, yeah, there we go. It's just one of those unfortunate things that happens every once in a while. I need to update the Matrino link. I do apologize. Lucky Noob, if you have the new Matrino link, then please post that. Oh, thank you, Zakram, for the sub, man. Means a lot. But the new Matrino link is in the TL thread if you want to find it. I'll post it quickly while we're waiting. But essentially, I need to update Moobot. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgotten again. If you go there, you can just click the contribute button on the right-hand side and it'll add 30 cents to the prize pool. They've unfortunately reduced the amount of money you get from the codes again. They used to be $1, and now they're 30 cents. But still, we've got given more codes this season, and it's still free money, courtesy of one of our sponsors, Matrino. A big shout out, of course, to our other sponsor, our biggest sponsor, Esport Fund. They are an amazing organization who really do help out Brood War and Warcraft 3. Headed up by Russ Brain, with many different members of the funding committee that help decide where the money goes, and a lot of community donations go towards them as well, which all get put out into tournaments and all go back to the players, so it's really good. Yeah, the prize pool goal of this season is $2,500. Our last season was $2,000. I want to make it bigger if I can. I've added as much money as I can at the moment myself, but I will be adding the Patreon money by the end of the season, all the Patreon money that comes in from these previous few months and the next few months as well. We'll be heading into the prize pool to help us reach that goal if we can, and looking forward to being able to reach that goal this season if possible. In terms of what's going on in the game, fairly standard build by IrrA, went for an early factory. Very normal on this map, got the bunker coming up on the high ground. This will help him expand behind it. This is a high ground main if you've not seen this map before. There are, so here, and around this infested CC in the middle. It's not an infested CC, it's an infestable CC. There are neutral disruption webs, which make things a little bit harder to move through the map free of charge, so it does make you stick to the edges just a little bit. If you do secure your natural, you secure a base, in the, especially for IrrA, in the corners, and you also have a base here as well, which gives you access to a gas, kind of like on Outsider. Now, in terms of the build Fleta's doing, he's playing a very standard 1-gate range opening. Probably should see a Nexus coming up from him. A little bit late, actually, 29 supply. Usually see a 28 Nexus, but that should be coming up very soon. Unless he's going to choose to go for a second Dragoon first. No, it looks like he is going to go for the Nexus first, which is good. Oh my god, there's no Marine in the bunker. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Oh, it's because there is a second Dragoon before the Nexus, that's why it's late. But there we go, looks like the Marine's going to be fighting this Dragoon at the back. SCVs have been pulled. This is the problem when Dragoons get in your main. There's a single Marine, he needs to get it in the bunker, but looks like the SCVs do manage to kill the first Dragoon here. Let's find the one with a kill. I can't find it. What killed the Dragoon? Oh, it looks like the Dragoon's actually stuck now. If he can use his Marine to block... Oh, it looks like he's not going to. He should have used his Marine to block there, and that would have been really cool. Yeah, I thought it was an SCV that killed it as well, but I can't find the kill on the SCV, so... I don't know. It's weird. Maybe he went back to mining. Retired early. Okay, siege mode is on the way. No second tank just yet, though. While this was going on, IrrA did delay his third supply depot, which means he was a little bit supply blocked while waiting for his CC to finish. That second tank being delayed is going to make things a little bit easier for Fleta as he moves forward past the early stages of this game. It means he's got less pressure on his early Dragoons. There's going to be less chance of a big timing push coming out anytime soon as well. Second factor being added on. Now, one thing I do love on this map, which I don't think we're going to see a Radial go for, is, or IrrA, I guess he's called now, is, oh, looks like he thought about going for an observatory and then cancelled, went for support bay first. So we will have Reavers. Thank you for the $11 donation, man. Means a lot. Yeah, now we have two, what I was saying, I'll finish my point. Starport and Dropship are very, very nice on this map, so I would like to see some dropships, but I don't think we're going to see that. Also, the dropship for the Wraith as well. Sorry, the Starport for the Wraith is a very, very good choice against Reaver openings. Now, the trouble is, he doesn't have an academy. He's not building an academy right now. He has no scan. He hasn't really been able to scout at all with any SCVs. Like, he went in ages ago, but lost his SCV, so he's not going to be able to get any vision. He does not know Reavers are coming. Oh, the academy is finally coming in, so he will be able to get scans, but they will not be able to scan before even support bay speed is finished. So this means we are going to see a very fast shuttle heading in with a Reaver very soon. And that's going to cause a lot of problems for IrrA, who had a lot less units than he probably should have at this point due to his supply block. He does have a Goliath coming in, which is going to help him a little bit, but the second you start to have Reaver or shuttle speed popping in, and the Goliath's not even shooting. That's a lazy Goliath right there. But it will give him the ability to maybe push forward. The tank going to pull back, only going to take the splash damage from that Reaver hit. Gonna siege up, maybe not the best choice against the Reaver, but looks like he's going to be able to hold on here for the very moment. Somehow that Vulture didn't die to the splash damage there. But this is a very lucky tank. The tank stays alive, the Goliath stays alive, and the Reaver only getting 2 kills, I think that was. But look, shuttle speed has now caught up, finished, and he is going to be able to start to like pull forward. But the good thing is, you know, managed to hold on there, and that is going to allow him to move forward into the mid game in a little bit of a stronger position. Didn't take too much damage, so definitely not going to be worrying too much about that. During the next break, I'm going to fix the Maturino link, so There's no actual code you need to put in, but you do need to log in the top right with one of your mini accounts and press the claim button. But I'll update Moobot while I'm in the next break. It's something I was meant to do yesterday, and I just completely forgot. IrrA being a little bit irresponsible with his vultures there, going to move out with 2 of them and lose them. That's 6, well, I think he used all of his mines, so at least that's something. But we've got 5 factories coming in. Now this is a very good map to just expand very quickly as Terran as well. You see you've got this hidden base, well it's not hidden, but it's kind of tucked away in the back. We've got 2 Reavers coming into the mineral line here, 2 kills with 2 Scarabs. Maybe not the best trade, but still not too bad. I think this should wall the oh, it didn't wall the Scarabs in, okay. Oh no, this is annoying. He's going to lose 3 depots. Oh, there is nothing you can do about this. This is painful. I could kill the Academy as well. He should just have waited and just got 2 more hits. Yeah, it's just the contribute button now. It used to be a code, but now they've just made it easier so people don't actually have to type anything in. You just press the button. That's why I need to update the Moobot thing. But Matcherino is a great service. I've been using them since 2017 to host tournaments. And honestly, I've never had a single problem. It keeps the prize pool secure as well, so there's no worry of me running off with the money. I mean, not that I would do that anyway, but... Oh, double shuttles coming in. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a Polish recall. Nice drop on the Zealots. Not going to get the mine drag he maybe wanted, but 3 tanks in the main have gone down. Looks like there's a push going on at the front as well by a couple of tanks on these Dragoons. And that is a big bonus here. Now there's 3 tanks here. He definitely doesn't want to drop in those Reavers. Gets out with the Reavers alive. And IrrA manages to hold on yet again without taking too much damage. Unpeeled Potato, having a little bit of trouble with the codes. Honestly, I'm not in a position to do that with Unity and Blender and everything for VR chat avatars. I keep over-relying on one of my friends to tell me how to do stuff when I could just figure it out myself. And they actually told me yesterday, like, please respect my time a bit more. And I'm like, oh shit, have I started doing that? I didn't realize. It's just because I know they're so good with it. Rather than me wasting my time trying to figure it out, I asked them about everything. But then you kind of forget that that's annoying. Like, I get annoyed at people doing that with me at work because I'm an IT support technician and, like, most of our clients just don't read. And I've become that person just with Blender and Unity stuff. It's horrible. I've become the one thing I hated. But it looks like we are going to have IrrA gearing forward for gearing up for a push here, but I don't think it's going to work very well. He's down 50 supply, 30 of that in army, and he's not sieged. I think this could actually be just game over. There's nothing he's going to be able to do about this army. There's not that many vultures here. The Zealots are on top of all the tanks already. Oh my goodness, this is an absolute bloodbath. I know we're on Holy World, but there we go. GG, well played. IrrA taps out, and Fleta wins game number 3. Okay, so unfortunately game number 4 was a walkover in favor of StarCast because DM's player didn't show up. So that's actually going to end the series there. Reina getting the win over... Not Reina getting the win over Sobang. Yeah, it was Reina getting the win over Sobang. I got the names mixed up. But yeah, 3-1 in favor of StarCast. It was a bit of a mess. 2 of the players just didn't show up at all. They have both been removed from DM now, so this will not be a problem moving forward. We don't know the reason why they didn't show up, but unfortunately, in a league or a tournament that requires so many players to be organized and turn up on time, it is incredible the amount of work that goes in from all of the team captains to make the people that show up. Because honestly, I would not have the patience to do that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's have a look at the results for the series. 2 of them were obviously... 2 of them were walkovers, but it's not a big deal. 3-1 in favor of StarCast TV Stars. Tech winning game number 1 in a very, very good fashion. A dominating fashion is what I wanted to say. SimSim getting the walkover over Dom. Fleta winning over IrrA there. Unfortunately, IrrA wanted to push forward, but kind of chose the wrong timing and walked out unsieged, and that kind of led to his downfall. And then Reina getting the walkover win over Sobang on Triathlon. That's going to give StarCast their first win, 3-1 over DM. And that's going to take us into our second series after this short break. We're going to be heading in to CWT versus Red. I'll see you after the break. Okay guys, welcome back. We're going to be heading into our second series of today. It's CWT, our other brand new team, fighting against Red, another one of our veteran teams back from Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really great to have them back, one of the better foreign teams as well in the tournament. They've kind of switched up their roster when you look at the roster for today. It's kind of crazy. They've got basically all of the North American players now, and rOuta, so that's going to be interesting. rOuta is going to be playing Game 3, Cadenzi. He's not going to be last. rOuta, you won in Game 4, you're in Game 3. Although if you want me to cast the games out of order, let's do that. But I'm hoping that the game's going to be good in this series. We had a very quick series just then. I'm just quickly loading up the replays and everything because in my haste to try and fix Moobot, I completely forgot to do everything else. One of the best things about going away from casting for a while and then coming back is just completely forgetting what I have to do. Like, I've only not been casting properly now for like 4 months, and I've completely forgot what I'm doing, you know. And I think the replay has just crashed my Brood War. So, let's start introducing the teams. God damn it, Brood War! Why have you crashed? All I did was open up the replay. Let's have a look here. So, having a look at our first team, it's going to be CWT. As I did mention, CWT are a brand new team towards STPL in Season 5. Well, we're in Season 5, oh my goodness. I don't really know much about them. I know they've been playing in BWCL now for a couple of seasons, I believe. They were suggested to me by Size Grast, who said CWT might be interested in playing. He put forward the sign-up link to them. They signed up, and they have players from all over the place. Zoom joining them from Net Wars. He never really played much for Net Wars. He didn't play at all in STPL, but he's here. We've got Fiat, Nykla, and Lick as well. A German player who's not on Red somehow. I don't know what the name stands for. It might be Warriors, actually. I'm not sure. They just said it was CWT. They never actually told me the full name. So, I guess we'll find out together. Oh, Zoom was in Rev. Okay, I thought Zoom was in Net Wars. Oh, it's in the logo. I'm just blind. Okay, hold on. Let me have a look in the full logo. One sec. Where? I don't even know where it's saved. Where did I save it? Oh, I should know. It's in here. Teams, logos, CWT.png. It's the S-SK Warriors team. Yeah, so you were right, rOuta. It is Warriors. Let's introduce our second team. I am going to completely butcher the name of this. The Rastier Erda Dorer. Rastier Erda Dorer, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I said that right, but it's Team Red, Team USA today. Three USA players, 2 of them Protoss, 1 Zerg, and it's Machine, EG Machine, Absolute Legend, Warrior, friend of 80s mullet, taking over for Red as their first player here today. I'm looking forward to seeing his game because I love watching Machine play. But seeing Machine play as well is actually quite happy. But either way, let's introduce the lineups while I'm just loading up the replay. I've completely forgotten what I'm doing. I always love casting because it completely makes me realize how fucking stupid I am. And I shouldn't have sworn there, but there we go. Okay, so we're starting off with a ZVZ between Zoom and Machine. It's Poland versus USA on Judgment Day. We have the Czech Republic against the USA in Blue Storm. We have Germany versus Finland. Are there any other weirder alliances in history? It's Lick versus rOuta. And then we've got a ZBP between the Czech Republic and the USA, between Nykla and Razz. So that's going to be kind of cool. I don't know if I'm saying Nykla's name right. Is it Nykla? Is it Nykla? I've got no idea. I'm going to say Nykla because I find that easier to say. If anyone knows how to pronounce it properly, let me know. You can put it in chat. Someone's bound to know how to say their name properly, but it's all good. Let's introduce our first couple of players. Not much to introduce really, because neither of them played in the STPL before. Zoom, he's been across 3 STPL teams. He's not played a game so far, but he is a Zerg player from Poland. His opponent, I know a little bit more about. He was playing on Ash in Season 4, I believe, and now he's moved over to Red. It's Machine. No, he wasn't playing in Season 4. He was playing in Season 1. He was playing on Media. Oh my goodness, it was that long ago. But yeah, he was playing on Media in Season 1. He was one of the kind of ace players. He didn't really do all that well. Media didn't really do too well either. No, can struggle a little bit when he played. And G5 was the other player who really... It was G5 and Future. Future was kind of like their ringer, who like came out and always won the games. Like, he was an absolute boss. I've not seen Future in ages, so I hope he's okay. But basically, Machine, a really good player, really legendary player, got really popular and really famous because of StarCraft 2, moved on to work at Twitch, became I don't know what his role there was. I think he's like a general manager or something. I'm not really too sure. But he's a pretty big deal down at the Twitch factory. I don't know if he still works at Twitch. But it's kind of cool to see him on Red now because it means we get to see more of his games. He is also a Zerg, so it's going to be a ZVZ. The map they're going into is Judgment Day. Not really too much to say about this map in ZVZ, given the fact ZVZ has ended with Lings and Mutas, but it's a little bit harder to defend your 2 bases with just 1 choke with a Sunken on this, so we could see the game end quite early with Lings, but Mutas don't really have any benefits either way. There's no real positional imbalances or anything. Oh, Diggity's saying Machine is an event coordinator. That's cool, I didn't know. But let's get into it. It's game number 1, CWT versus Red, Zoom versus Machine. And saying Zoom versus anything, given the past year when people have been struggling with Zoom calls, is kind of funny. But let's get into it. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand corner, we do have in the red fighting for CWT. It's Zoom. And their opponent spawning down here in the silver fighting for red. It's Machine. Now, I am kind of interested to see how CWT are going to go. I do know a lot about Red, given the fact I've seen so many of them play. But this is essentially a brand new roster for Red now. Like, they still have their players from before as well. But today is like 3 new players and rOuta. It's like, it's Charlie's Angels, if all the Angels were American. And Charlie was actually a Finnish guy from Karelia, you know. That's kind of, it's rOuta's Angels today. I wonder how well it's going to go for them. But yeah, looks like we've got Machine going for an overpull to start with. Both players, oh, we actually see a gas, wait. Oh, this was a gas trick, but he didn't cancel the gas, so Zoom is playing in a really weird way. Looks like we're going to have the pool coming up after the gas is finished. Immediately mining from the gas, though, means his speed is going to be very fast. And this is definitely one of those matchups where I do need to pay more attention at the beginning of the game, because that does change the outcome of everything. So I need to do as Koga says, or he'll get angry at me again like he did last season. And Medinho got angry with me the previous season when I missed a load of stuff as well. Yeah, unfortunately you missed DM versus SCTV. There was only 2 games played and they were both quick. 2 of the other DM players didn't show up, so there we go. It's just unfortunate, that's how it goes. Now the cool thing is, rOuta was playing on Holy World, and Cadenti is going on and on about rOuta's game in chat, so I'm really hoping we see some infests. It was a PvZ you're playing, right, rOuta? I can't remember. I'm gonna double check, because I can't actually remember. No, it's a PvT, so no infests. Damn it! Damn it! Although, I guess, if I was rooting for infests, it would be infesting against you, so maybe that would be a little bit of a risk. Yeah, machines, lings are on the way across the map at the moment. Lair is on the way. Speed is already a third of the way done here, and Lair is on the way as well. Faster. No, sorry. Around about the same time as machine, but there's much less lings here, so this could be a very quick game. And it looks like the lings are going to pop out in the end and come in just in time to be able to hold on to the main base. More lings going to come in from Machine, going to help out a little bit, but looks like Machine is going to turn tail and run home with his little lingy boys here. We've got the Spire coming in immediately for Machine. He's continuing to mine gas with his only 2 drones, actually. Adding a 3rd drone now, so that's going to allow him to start building up his gas for his mule account. Looks like Zoom is going to build his Spire immediately as well. Very standard ZZZ so far, but Machine has managed to eke out an extra drone, although he's just spent it on a Sunken, which he necessarily doesn't need, but link speed is done, so I suppose better safe than sorry. Net Wars unfortunately didn't have enough players interested in playing this season, so they are history as far as STPL goes, at least for Season 5. But Zoom was actually on Rev last season rather than Net Wars, which was a bit confusing. The Expire's almost done for both players. Both players kind of feeling each other out here. The Sunken definitely going to help out, but maybe he can get a single drone. Looks like he won't be able to, so this is actually going to put Machine at a pretty big advantage. Losing a load of lings is Zoom. Unable to achieve anything there. Machine doesn't actually have enough lings to go on a counter, so he's going to try and force a few more lings out, but realistically Zoom doesn't need to worry about them. Second hatchery coming up in Zoom's main, which is the longer the game goes on, the better position he's going to be in. But are we going to see Machine try to take an expansion? When Muteless are out on the map, taking an expansion away from your main is very difficult. So I don't think we're going to see that. Machine going to attack one of those Overlords, which is going to supply block Zoom, which is going to help out a little bit here. Can we see a Muteless get built before the time is up? Looks like no. The answer is no is the answer to that question. It's going to be 4 Mutelisks plus 3 and some Scourge. 2 Overlords coming in to help lose the other, or to replace the lost one, but Machine never actually scouted over towards Zoom's base with an Overlord, so he doesn't lose any. Doing a pretty good job so far. Now this is going to be a little bit of a rough early defense here, because Machine is going to have to sit on top of his buildings, and he's also going to have lings coming in from Zoom as well, so looks like one Overlord could have gone down, but Machine moving in a position to try and defend it. The lings are going to try and get in a position to block the hatchery. They block it, and they even get the drone. That's a pretty big win there. Stops Machine from being able to pull ahead in the expansion count. Nice moves from both players so far though. Why did I say so far twice? Oh well. Okay, we do have Machine just continuing to build up his muteless count. So far, we have 7 against 4, 5 muteless against 7, 6 muteless, 7 muteless, so 7 versus 7, but with the additional Scourge from the additional hatchery, giving the edge to Zoom here. I don't think either player are actually getting their carapace upgrades, so neither player is planning to really go super long at the moment. They both kind of want to play the early game, not get too far behind. A muteless may get caught off guard in the middle of the map here. That's definitely not what you want. But a lot of Machine's muters are completely out of position. But this muter is maybe the luckiest muter in the world. Yes, he is. How does he survive? Machine pulling back here. Zoom doing his best to try and hold on. But is it going to be good enough? There's so many units coming in from Zoom here. The Scourge all connecting. And Machine is in a lot of trouble. It looks like there's just too much red and not enough grave. And GG. Machine taps out. And Zoom takes game number 1.
Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun.
We have 2 brand new players playing here for their respective teams, Fear and Jumperer. Why is his name Jumperer and not Jumper? Jumperer is so much harder to say. But USA versus... Where did I say that Fear was from? Why have I forgotten? It's the Fear factor. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. He is from the Czech Republic, so I wasn't wrong there. But it is going to be a TvP on Bluestorm. We've not had a TvP on Bluestorm so far in the STPL, so looking forward to it. Let's get into it. One of the more standard maps from history's sake. TvP on this map is brilliant. Let's get into it. Okay, starting us down here in the bottom left-hand corner in the orange. Fighting for red, it's Jumperer. I'm gonna call him Jumper. I don't care what your name says. I'm not gonna make my life harder. It's already hard enough to speak. Jumper is a good enough name. You don't need the r'Uta on the end. I'm sorry, dude. The executive decision. So in the orange, fighting for the USA, it's Jumper. And in the top right hand corner in the blue, fighting for CWT, it's Fear. Oh, we have Bets back. Looks like a Lucky Noob. Lucky Noob back once again. People love betting, man. Now, we have a Proxy 2 gate coming up in the main base, but unfortunately, it's not going to work. It's going to be scouted here. Jumper was not expecting Fear to be walling in here. Now you can still build the gateways, and he's going to. But that gateway will just die. And look at this, Fear gonna go over immediately and check. There we go. Someone who has bet 10 points on one of the players is very much likely going to win a ton of money. But there we go, second gateway come up. You can kill a gateway before it finishes using 5 SCVs. So he should be able to kill this and then be able to move on to kill the other one as well. The wall is up as well, which means the probe can't get away and build proxy gateways anywhere else. But you'll see that Jumper is just going to send a second probe and probably build some more gateways on the high ground. This is dirty. This is absolutely dirty. Look at this, the gateway goes down, the second gateway is most likely going to die before a Zealot can finish, I think. I think that's the way this maths work out. Now you can still proxy on the high ground, he's probably going to build a robo instead, but he's got no gas, so no way he just builds more. He's not going to build more gateways, right? There's no way this works. This is a terrible situation for Protoss to be in. No way! He just built another gateway in the main. Why? How? This isn't gonna work. I guess the thing is, the 5 SCVs aren't mining. He's got 50. Well, he's got 13 probes against 11 SCVs mining. We still have no gas because there was a gas steal as well. So there we go. This is a very weird start to the game. The probe. Wait. This is the second probe, right? No, it's the first. Oh my god, he's gonna cannon above. He's gonna cannon above the gateway to try and keep the gateway alive. It's gonna die though. This forge is gonna do nothing, right? This is gonna do absolutely nothing, right? He may as well cancel the forge. Okay, well, the forge finishes. I guess he kind of needs a cannon back at home to not die. Because he could just send like 5 Marines across the map and kill him. He's only got 3 Marines though. Like, he's not been building constant Marines. We've got 2 more barracks coming in. It's going to be a bio push behind this from Fear. And this is going to be weird. Like, it was weird already. It's going to be even weirder now. He needs the gas. He needs to get his academy. He needs medics. But this is one of the strangest openings I have ever seen. The first barracks is going to lift. SCVs and Marines are going to trail their way across the map. A probe is going to spot this. And there is a cannon on the way. But if he gets medics, this cannon is going to be worthless. The gas is coming on. Where is the academy? He's got the money. He's got the time. He needs another supply depot and he needs an academy immediately. If he doesn't want to get supply blocked. Because this is a timing that he cannot afford to fail. He has to do damage here. Because this is an all-in, essentially. Look at this, the cannon's coming out. Like, if he's supply blocked, which he still is, there's no supply depot coming in. There's a depot, but there's no academy. And with no academy, this push is not going to work. He can build an infinite amount of cannons. There was a gas steal from Fear, which did block any Dragoons coming out, but this is going to be a lot of Zealots against just very few Marines. If he builds a bunker at the top of the hill, waits for his academy, waits for Marines and medics and pushes, he could be in a good spot. But he's not in a good spot right now. He is building the bunker. Second bunker would be good as well. Contain the Protoss the best you can. Building an engineering bay is going to help. It'll get him the upgrades as well. But where's the academy? Where's the additional Marines? I think he's a little bit thrown off by the fact that it's very rare you will play games like this. And he could die from 3 Zealots pushing behind. This is a very weird game. Gypsy in chat saying, what the fuck? The forge has been scouted as well. Not that it really matters too much, but he will stop any upgrades coming out of it. And I don't know. I'm not sure what to say about this game. I'm gonna let you guys decide on what you think about this game, because I don't even know where to begin. You know, this is not your standard TvP. There's still no academy. Fear is definitely thrown off of what he would normally do. I don't think this is how he would normally play, which is why he's in a bit of a panic here, because when you're in a situation where you're not used to, and getting 2 gateways in your main, as well as like a gas steal, is definitely something that most Terran players are not really used to, especially playing on a map that you may not have played too much. And this is very reminiscent of like one of my old ladder games, you know? Like I used to play a lot of games like this on ladder. Oh no, you loaded the SCVs by accident. Who isn't playing on Blue Storm? People who have only played Remaster, for instance. Blue Storm back in the day was a very popular map. It's never been in the map pool. It was maybe in the map pool for 1 season, I think, in Remastered. Nice micro on these Marines taking out those extra zealots, but I mean, we're kind of in endgame here for Fear, because Fear has no way of... He can't convert from this. He cannot get out of this situation. All he can build is Marines. He's got 400... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The disrespect. The disrespect. The cannons coming up. There's no factory units. There is no fact. If he had his zealots that could block these Marines from killing these cannons, this would be game over. This is 2007 StarCraft. This is Blue Storm. Look at all these Marines. Where are the medics? Imagine if he had stim, range, and medics right now. He could push and win. He could push and win at this point. But he never built his academy. But look at this. Proxy factory. He is going to be building tanks outside of his opponent's base with siege. And that is perfect. He is going to hard contain his opponent. Dragoons are not going to be able to get out of this base. And Jumper... Oh my god, DTs. What is this game? What is this game? Is there... He needs to... Oh, he's built a turret! He's already got the turret. What a king. He already knows. He knows. Now he needs a turret in his natural. If he doesn't get a turret in his natural and the DT just walks through this gap, I'm gonna die. This is such a weird game. But I love it. This is the kind of game you love to see. Fear is building oh my... You go siege mode. You go siege mode in this position. You hard contain him. You don't go mines. You don't go vultures. Siege is better. This is such a strange build, but he needs the... He does need the mines against the DTs. So therefore, it's not a terrible build. It's not a terrible idea, but 2 DTs are about to spawn. Now he could just build a... He could build a... You know how this game's going? He could just build a Dark Archon immediately. You know, I would not be surprised. But we've got Zealot leg speed coming in. A Zealot and DT push coming across the map. There's no... There's no turret. There's no academy. He's got no turret. No. He's just gonna die. Oh my god, the DTs have shown themselves. Where's the panic turrets? Where is the panic turrets? He needs the turrets immediately. Like right now, he needs to be building like 4 turrets so he doesn't die. He's not building the turrets. Oh my god, these Marines. There's no turrets. There's a turret there, but it's built too late. The first mine goes off on the first DT, but it doesn't matter. He can just come in. Yeah, Kasimuse, Dom and Sobang were Korean. They both didn't show up for whatever reason. Oh! Oh my god! What are we looking at? A Dark Archon! What the hell? What? Where? Why? How? Where? Why did you build it? Is this mind control? I don't even know the icons for Dark Archons. Like, what the hell is this? What is this game? Oh my god. What the hell is this game? This is amazing. He read chat. He looked into the future and read chat. Are we gonna see a mind-controlled SCV? This is peak Protoss right here. This is peak Protoss. This guy knows how to toss, right? We have a 3rd base coming up on his opponent's side of the map. A Reaver DT drop. Oh my god. Somebody stop this man! Oh, Jesus! I can't take this! It's too much! The DT's out of range of the turret as well! He doesn't have any tanks! He can't kill the Reaver! Oh my goodness, this man understands the power of technology. He's built all the tech in the Protoss tree. Mind control is finished. He's not gonna... Oh, please mind control the tank. I don't care if it doesn't kill anything. Probes... I thought he was attacking with probes. You know what? I've actually lost it. There's a DT in the main base. Oh, he got... Oh, he finally got siege. A stim even. The Reaver goes down. Fear is not dead. Wait. What is it? Is it... Oh, he's gonna go mind control an SCV, isn't he? He's gonna do it. Watch this man go over. Watch this man mind control an SCV. The ultimate sign of disrespect. This is America. Welcome to the USA. There's no turret in the main. Oh, there is, but it's outrange of the bunker and there's no marine in here anyway. Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. Oh, he might... What did he mind control? Where did... No, I missed the mind control. No! He must have mind control... Okay, I'm going back. This is the moment we go back. I don't... Why would he mind control SCV? It's not fair. Oh my goodness. Well, he breaks out the contain. Not that the contain really mattered. I'm gonna go back at the end of the game, and then we're gonna see the mind control, because you know what? I'm a people pleaser, and so are these players. Jumper, showing what it's like to be America, just bullying other nations. The poor Czech Republic doing their best here. Jumper gonna expand again, because he's Protoss, and there's absolutely no units that Fear has that can go attack him. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna expand. The factory is gonna die because it's look at how broken Dragoons are. Look at it. Look how broken it is. The Dark Archon survives though. The second base from Fear is coming up here. The Fear effect has not kicked in. Oh my goodness. Edgewood just said one of the funniest things I've ever read in chat. I think the only reason when Jumper attacked Fear was because Terran had Vespene guys within their territory. That's why he gas stole as well. He's like, no, this is our gas. Oh, the USA memes are great. There we go, the siege tank goes down. Oh my goodness. The Dragoon goes down to the mine. Yes, 6 probes on gas. He really is American. He loves this gas, man. He just wants all the gas like right away. And look, he continues to attack because Fear is banking gas. And he's not allowing him to bank gas. He doesn't like it. Give the gas. Oh. Oh, I've lost it. Oh no. He's also built his base in his opponent's territory. This is literally like peak American meme. This is like the stereotypical American meme. Oh my god, he went to his opponent's country, built a base. He even built a military base in his opponent's capital as well before it got destroyed. Oh my god. Oh. God damn it. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Oh my god. So now we've had a game that perfectly encapsulates American foreign policy. We can move on with the STPL. I thought this was another Nexus, but he's just building gateways and a Nexus in the middle of the map. Fourth base here in the mineral only. Fear is down on 20 supply. Oh my god, please tell me. Oh, there's a Dark Archon. The Dark Archon's in here. There's two of them. Oh no, that's a normal Archon. He's got. Oh my god, please. Please mind control the SCV. No! Oh, get it away! No, mind control the SCV! I don't care what's happening with the other ones, just mind control the SCV, that's all I care about. Just land your Archon on... land it! Ah! He's not gonna do it! He's not gonna do it! Ah! We were robbed! He built the refinery and he ran away. He's like, oh, I can't get the gas now. You know what would have been amazing? If he mind controlled the SCV and built the gas. That would be so stupid. What a bad mana gas steal. You mind control their SCV and just build their gas. It would be so pointless, it would die immediately. But oh my god, that would be incredible. You could just pick it up with a shuttle and fly away. Oh! Oh, there's a... Oh, it's not a... that's not the best storm. That was a good hold. Oh, you need to hide it as well. Yeah, fair point. That was a good hold, though. That was not a good drop. Whew. Okay, we've still got the Dark Archon in there. I'm waiting for something to happen with that, but it looks like we're going to have Jumper moving down to defend his pylon. That drop was actually an act of aggression because Fear decided to attack America's base in his territory. He's like, this is what you get when you attack America, and he just drops like a team of Navy SEALs into his opponent's mineral line. Yeah, the game is not allowed to end until he mind controls another unit, because that would mean he's mind controlled 2 units in this game. I mean, he's just playing with his food right now. The game ended a long time ago. He could A-move and win, but he wants to win with style. We're not going to see it. Okay, you know what? I don't care if Jumper wins this game. If he does not mind control an SCV, if he does not mind control an SCV, it doesn't count. The replay isn't over. Okay, the replay ended. Sorry guys, Fear wins. No mind control SCV. What did he mind control first? Let's have a quick look. It was around 13 minutes. Yeah, you stay in the game and you just mind control the SCV anyway, right? Okay, let's have a look. So let's speed up. Keep an eye on this. He must have mind controlled the first tank, I guess. I just want to see it. It's not often we get to see mind control, so seeing the animation is worth it. Wait, it was like he was waiting for the shuttle and he's like, oh, I could actually mind control a unit. Now, if he'd have just taken it with the shuttle to begin with, that would have been better. Okay, here we go, here we go. Orange tank. There we go. Oh, it got blown up by a mine! Oh my god! There we go. And that was the ill-fated mind-controlled tank of Jumper. Now that was the only mind control we'll probably see this season of STPL, so enjoy it. We'll be back in a few minutes with game number 3. Okay guys, welcome back. We're going to be heading into game number 3. And I'm looking at the wrong screen. There we go. Holy World SE is going to be the map we're on. I'm going to be kind to rOuta, not sure his player history. But rOuta is one of the Finnish heroes in this league. One of the only, maybe 4 Finnish players, I think. I got those statistics actually. I should actually have a link to the retrospective somewhere. But yeah, rOuta unfortunately is 0 for 10. Here's against someone called Lick. I've not seen Lick play before, but it's going to be interesting to see how he does. PvT on this map, we've only had 3 of them. We've had 4 now because there was a PvT in the previous series. Let's not waste too much time. Let's get into it. It's game number 3, rOuta versus Lick. Okay, starting us off here in the bottom left-hand corner. In the dark blue, fighting for CWT, it's Lick. And in the pink, starting up here in the top left-hand corner in our Protoss, fighting for red, it's rOuta. Now, as rOuta did bring up in chat, if you didn't get to see that, he is 0 for 10 so far in the STPL. I'll give you a list of his opponents because I actually have all of them right here. He played against Oxurg, Michael, Bonbon, Hit 'em Up, Cold, Terra, Cruzago, Noob, Tupac, and Tim. His games date back to 2018 in April the 1st. What an April Fool his win-loss ratio turned out to be. Oh, he lost against Tim in his first game. That was definitely a cool game though. But yeah, it's hopefully Season 5 is the season for him. There's definitely a lot more maps that I think will suit rOuta's playstyle a little bit better. Yeah, Lucky Noob, he did say he was proud of his record and wanted me to bring it up, so I did. That's how it is. Yeah, funny thing is, just while we kind of get into the nitty-gritty parts of the game, while we're waiting for everything to kind of happen, LML asked Fact Sony F-Tact Sony why he was verified, and he's been verified since Justin TV, so there we go. It seems like the easiest way to get partner with Twitch was to be made partner before they had the affiliate scheme, because it was very easy to become a Twitch partner back then. And now it's just like near impossible. Like, I've applied 3 times despite reaching all of their goals you have to get on multiple occasions, and it's not good enough, so I gave up. You say harder back then, but there's a lot of people who are verified from Twitch. Maybe not just in TV, but Twitch-wise, when Twitch started, they were giving partner contracts to everybody, because they wanted as many people to use the platform as possible, and by making them partners, they got them stuck, essentially. Like, once you're a Twitch partner, you can't stream anywhere else. That's the big problem that Tasteless and Artosis had with ASL. Okay, rOuta looks like he's going to go for a proxy robo here, most likely, off of 2 gateways. Could be for something else, but proxy robo on this map is very good. There is like a lot of airspace around your main, so you can pretty well easily elevator in. Yeah, 75 concurrent viewers is still the same, but even if you meet that, they don't care. Like, I had more than that on multiple occasions, It's like 75 concurrent viewers over a month of streaming, I think it is, or like over 2 months of streaming. I had way above that, and it wasn't good enough. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I don't care, and I'll just stream on YouTube as well. Twitch made it a lot easier when they switched from Justin TV to Twitch, though. FTACT is saying minimum concurrent viewers average 500 and minimum channel views 300,000 and minimum followers 1,000 on Justin. They definitely made it easier, but looks like rOuta gonna push in, trying to get on top of the tank. Tank pulls back at the perfect timing. One of the Dragoons goes down to the bunker, but the bunker looks like it's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to be able to save it with good repairing. The 4th Dragoon didn't actually attack, which meant he didn't get back then. But looks like another Dragoon goes down. Siege mode is done, so these Dragoons are going to have to pull back. Now the proxy robo is done, the shuttle is done, but rOuta taking a little bit of extra damage on his units. Definitely doesn't want that. We've got a robo support be coming in anyway. Engineering bay coming up back at home. That's going to help him build some turrets to help defend. He's got no idea what his opponent's doing, so he's going to have to build a safety turret in his main against DTs. Just noticed that my MooBot is actually updated to show the correct link now, which is good. If you want to contribute, you can contribute free of charge, courtesy of one of our sponsors, Matrino, by clicking the claim code button on the right hand side to add 30 cents to the prize pool, completely free. We've got 50 codes overall, so please do use them all. Every little bit helps reach our goal of $2,500. If we could make that, that would be incredible. It would be the biggest foreign team league tournament prize pool ever, I think. So maybe not ever, but at least over the last like 5 years at the very least. I think BSL has had bigger prize pools, but it got sponsored by Blizzard, and yeah. There's also a solo tournament, so more people tune into those. Nice damage so far with the Reaver. The shell did take a little bit extra damage than what he wants, but there's actually no defense back at home. Yeah, he's not dudded once with his Scarabs yet, which is kind of impressive. The turret goes down, so the shuttle is going to pick up this Reaver before it takes any additional damage and go back down here, get some more damage. rOuta definitely in an incredibly good position. I still can't see the Reaver kills, which is kind of annoying. He keeps building Scarabs. Oh my god, he could kill 4. Is he going to kill 3? He's going to kill 3 depots, isn't he? Oh, I hate watching this. This actually makes me feel... Oh no! Yeah, BSL doesn't get sponsored by Blizzard anymore. But yeah, they get 5k for every season now. Like, it's definitely got a lot more viewers and a lot more people donate to BSL, so it's fair enough. It's a very good tournament. Very well deserved. Zero's definitely put a lot of work into it, which is really cool. I think a lot of people were put off as well by the fact that Seoul kept winning everything. So I think a lot of people maybe weren't as interested. I know a lot of people like the BSL because it is foreign only, but one of my favorite things about StarCraft and STPL in general is just being able to see like Koreans and foreign players interact. Like seeing that game where DeWalt beat Shine on a macro game on La Mancha is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Because it was an incredible game. DeWalt come out and he beat a pro gamer. And they took Seoul to the ace match, I think, in that series. And DeWalt nearly won the ace match against Scan. Like, you can't get those kind of storylines without having strong teams. Now he's going to try and go for the machine shop here. This is very annoying if it dies, because it blocks any further upgrades and blocks tank production. So he needs 3 more hits, I think. Looks like his Scarabs have run out. 2 more hits, maybe? Just 2 hits? Yeah, 2 hits. Can he get 1 more? Is he going to get the kill? No, he doesn't get the kill, but it's going to burn down. And there we go, no machine shop, no more tanks. No tanks queued up either. He probably should have queued up some tanks there and then built a machine shop there, but pretty good for rOuta here. Looks like he's coming in to do some more annoying damage. Now, rOuta has a lot of units out the front here. If he pushed in while this was going on, I mean, there's so many units back at home defending. He may have been able to break the front there, but rOuta going into his 3rd base up in the top left-hand corner. We're on 3 gateways now. 3rd one just coming up. Stargate and Citadel coming in, so we're going to see Arbiter play coming up from rOuta. This Observer is not long for this world, unfortunately. Maybe if he flew it over the turret and did that thing which forces the Terran to stop on the turret, maybe we could have seen that, but... Is that legal in tournaments? I'm not even sure if that's legal. Like, I don't think that's illegal, right? Is it really not legal? Technically, it's up to me, but it does say in the rules that, like, normal competitive rules apply. Yeah, I've got IC Cup rules, but I wonder why that's banned, because you can just press stop on the turret and it kills the observer, right? We are discussing the bug where you put an observer over a turret and it can't fire at it anymore. LML saying it's not banned, they changed the rule at some point. Oh, apparently it's not banned, okay. It's just a weird thing to ban, because it's not even good. Right, you can just press stop, you can see the observer the whole time, and you just press stop on the turret and it kills the observer anyway. Like, I don't even understand why you'd want to do it. Like, there's no benefit to it, right? Now, rOuta's doing a pretty good job in the middle of the map here. As you can see, there are these neutral disruption webs, which do help. Terran especially, because Protoss can't come in from as many angles. There's kind of a few places you can't attack from, which is good. Looks like the front tanks are going to be taken out here, but not without losing a lot of Dragoons. This is such a weird engagement by rOuta here. The Reaver dies at the front. This was definitely not a well thought out executed fight by rOuta here. And he's going to pull back with the tail between his legs, although I guess... I don't even know what this is. Like, the weird... Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, did the mine not go off because it was in the disruption web? Yeah, there's like a weird Dragoon adder. D-Web wins. So here we go. Looks like we are going to have Lick pushing forward here. rOuta going to try and hold on against the amount of tanks here, which is quite sizable. Looks like he does clear a lot of the tanks out, but there's still quite a lot of tanks back at home. Still no third base though for Lick, so he is not in the best position. Pushing a little bit too far forward with too many tanks means he is going to kind of swing the game back in favor of rOuta, who does have the third base. rOuta essentially just needs to delay this push long enough for his gateway explosion to really kick in. He's up to 9 gateways now. His first Arbiter is on the way as well. And what upgrade is he going for? Stasis or Recall? I'm guessing he's going to be going for Stasis, but 3 Dragoons dying in the middle of the map. We actually have 2 snow maps in this season of STPL. We have Tau Cross and Blindside, which is kind of weird. But there we go, looks like rOuta going to push forward. The mines being dragged into the Zealots. Not doing anything, but still managing to trade semi-okay. Although does need to use the Zealots on the tanks and not the Vultures. The snow tile set really looks beautiful, but it's really hard on people's eyes when playing. That's why it didn't get used in Kesper very often, unless you basically have like a very small amount of snow and the rest of it is dirt. Desert is 100% the best tile set. Every single desert map is absolutely amazing. That's my hot take for today. Every desert map is good. Jungle is so boring. All of the jungle maps are boring. All of them. Name me one interesting jungle map. Go chat. A DT coming out dying immediately. Lick still pushing forward with his tanks. rOuta has got his back against the wall here. And that Dragoon was not long for this world. Aztec is a boring map. I said give me an interesting map. Whiteout is snow cadenti. Darlinger of Jungle I'll give you, but most jungle maps are super standard, right? That's kind of how it goes. Polypoid, Sylphid, Aztec, Fighting Spirit. You know? All of them. Arcadia, that was kind of standard at the time, but Arcadia isn't jungle, that is the other one. Badlands, that's it. Thank you, chat. Peaks of Big Do is good. So is Sin Chopung Ryong. Ryong? Ryong? いや、韓国語できないんだよね。Longinus is not a good map. Longinus is Protoss Heaven. Python was also super standard. Lost Temple was super standard at the time. All of these are just like super standard maps you're all mentioning. They were standard for the time. But looks like we are going to have a push forward. rOuta's Dragoons are not having a good time in this game whatsoever. That is a very weird stasis. Mines coming down here on a lot of the Zealots. Not... Oh my goodness. Every engagement, the trades are just terrible here for rOuta, but somehow he manages to... Oh my god! He loses another 2 Dragoons. Heartbreak Ridge is also super standard. It was super standard for the time. It was overplayed to hell as well. Basically, my point about jungle maps is they're overplayed to hell. The desert maps aren't overplayed, and they're all absolutely incredible. All of them. Judgment Day, Colosseum, Neo Arcanoid. What was the map that kind of set up Judgment Day? It wasn't Forte. Oh, what was that map that I used to love? Oh my goodness, more minds going off. There was Martian Cross. Katrina's a good map, I'll give you that, creative. I really like Katrina. But Martian Cross wasn't the Judgment Day, there was one before it. Guillotine, I think it was. Was it Guillotine? And there was Neo Guillotine as well? Oh yeah, Fortress is also another good jungle map. Funny thing is, all of these creative maps that people are coming up with, most of them have been in STPL. But looks like we are going to have vultures coming into the natural base here. If he can lay a load of mines, rOuta is sure to lose most of his units to them. But there's no cannons up here because this is a very well hidden base in the top left hand corner. But somehow the oh no, the Zealot is going to mine drag into the probes. No! Oh, what a mine drag. Oh my goodness. Oh, rOuta, I'm so sorry. That was rough. That was rough. Now, there is a Reaver down here attacking and killing the science facility if he doesn't lift it. He cancelled his upgrade, but he didn't lift for whatever reason, so there we go. Down here in the bottom right, we do have DTs attacking a hidden base down here in the bottom right. Building a single gateway, building 2 DTs, because that's what you build from a proxy gateway in the middle of the game. The Reaver is going to continue doing damage down here unless a tank can come down and do something about it. But losing the science facility means there is no more vessels coming. And Goliaths are not good against Reavers, I'm just saying. Now, we do have stuff being attacked, but I don't know. I guess it must have been the Reaver dying. Yeah, he didn't pick the Reaver back up. That's a little bit unfortunate, but he will be able to build another one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factories. 7 factories up against the 9 gateways. We've got a lot of scans going down, trying to find the army. Manages to scan around the army, but not on it. Looks like the single marine getting taken down. He's got no way of repairing this command center either. It would actually be good to go and land it here and build an SCV, but I don't even think he's got the time to do that anymore. rOuta is going to be playing Ring Around the Rosie on the neutral command center in the middle of the map. He cannot infest it with anything. He cannot get a mind-controlled SCV from there, so he's not going to bother. No more Reavers coming out. There's actually a single mine stopping that, which is kind of funny. But let's have a look, see if rOuta can get a better engagement this time. They've not been in his favor so far, but this one, the tanks are a little bit further spread out, which makes this a little bit better for rOuta, but finally some mines being dragged onto the tanks and not the Protoss army. That's a good first point in this game, but it looks like he's smashed through the Terran army here, but mines are going on the Dragoons. Oh my goodness, so many dead Dragoons. But there's not enough Terran. There's too much Protoss, not enough Terran. It's a numbers game at the moment. rOuta up to 5 bases now against the 2 of Terran. No tanks remaining on this map. And it looks like rOuta has won his first game in the STPL. The game's still not over, of course. There is still vultures. Vultures and mines are good. And look at that! Oh my goodness, there's been so many dead Dragoons to mines this game. And rOuta doesn't actually have enough to end the game here, so he's going to have to wait for more reinforcements. The supplies are surprisingly even. They have traded perfectly again. And somehow, Lick is alive. rOuta has definitely not taken the best engagements this game. There's a base down here that can mine gas but not minerals. This is probably more vultures than are necessary. You should probably just leave one there. But looks like we are going to have a possible recall getting ready to come in here. Does he have his Arbiter upgrades? He must do. But, well, there's going to be another dead Dragoon, I'm guessing. Nope. Just going to use the vultures to run past. We check for any hidden bases, which you will be able to find up in the top right. Now, the play here would be to have 2 DTs on the ramp, but unfortunately he doesn't have that. But this is a load of dead probes in the top right. rOuta has 4 bases, but he's barely mining on all of them. He's not got many probes left. We had Terran trying to push, that was a little bit rough. I'm not sure why he'd push there and not just attack this base, but looks like he's going to do both at the same time. And both doing them separately means his armies are just going to get killed one by one. Looks like rOuta going to lose more probes here. The cannon is in a good place, but the vultures are a little bit too fast. The tank here is not long for this world. It doesn't actually get any kills. He doesn't scan for it. So, I don't... Oh my goodness, mine. The Mine Man is Lick this game. Or maybe the Mine Man is rOuta. I'm not really sure. But 2 vultures going down. 1 getting away, but gonna run into some cannons. Losing all of his mines. That's not something that makes me a happy Terran. Throwing away vultures with mines does not bring me joy. So please do not throw those away. And another mine going off. This one manages to get blocked. That was almost another 3 dead dragoons. Terran is mined out in his main. He is about to mine out in his natural as well. He's not even going to have enough minerals to build a command center. He has to fly his command center from his main to another base. He is going to try and push with what he has, but he's now down half supply. Stasis field coming in. EMP on the Protoss units there to try and soften them up for the mines. Clutch D-Matrix, but I think there's just too much Protoss this time. But the units are about to run into a mine. Doesn't hit the mine this time. And there we go, GG. Lick taps out. rOuta takes his first win in the SCPL in 11 games. And that's going to take us into game number 4 with Red up 2-1 when we get back after this short break. Okay guys, welcome back. We're here for game number 4. Red are currently up 2-1. We've got 2 brand new players to the SCPL, Razz and Nykla. Another USA player. Is he going to play like the foreign policy toss from game 2, or is he going to play legit this time? Or are we going to see Nykla come here for CWT and take us to an ace match? It's game number 4. It's going to be on Traithlon. It's really, really sick that we get to see this map again. I absolutely love watching games on this map. Now, back in season 1, where this map was featured, it actually went in favor of Zerg quite skewed. So hopefully it's a little bit better this season. We had a lot of more one-sided games in season 1 anyway, so not really too much to say about that. But let's get into it. Game number 4, Razz versus Nykla here on Traithlon. Okay, starting us off in the 12 o'clock position, we do have in the red, fighting for red, it's Razz. Fighting from the USA. And their opponent spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner in the blue is our Zerg player from the Czech Republic. It's Nykla fighting for CWT. Okay, let's see how this is going to play out. This map is kind of strange in the fact that you have a main or natural in your main, so you can actually expand into your main as well. It's got less gas and minerals, but it is completely safe. We are going to see Razz expand to his normal natural to begin with, so very standard opening. And yeah, CWT, the Czech Republic team, they do have players from other places as well, but it's mainly Czech Republic. Creative says kicks next, add Athena 2 please. I had Athena 2 in season 2 I think it was, or season 1, and yes it led to good games, but realistically in the modern era if I wanted to put a map like Athena in I would just put Sylphid in, and I don't like Sylphid in. I don't like Sylphid because I think it's boring, so I'm probably not going to put Athena in again. It was fun, but there's other better 3-player maps I want to put in that are way more interesting. Like, I put Tau Cross in this season because I wanted a standard 3-player map and Triathlon for our weird one. And I kind of didn't want to put Tau Cross in because I feel like Tau Cross is overplayed. But it's been so long since other tournaments have used Tau Cross now that I feel like I can use it and not feel guilty about it. I do prefer Athena to Sylphid, but in terms of modern play standards, obviously Sylphid is better. I also didn't want to put any brand new maps this season because last season we held a map contest. Out of the like 10 finalists, I used 6 of them or something. And yeah, all the players didn't like it because essentially people were like way too unhappy about having to learn so many new maps at once. It's entirely my fault, but that's why in this season I put a few more standard maps in than what I'd normally put in, because I wanted people to feel a little bit more happier about playing. I know like a lot of the players didn't mind, and I think a lot of the players started to like the maps the more we were going on. Okay, Cadenza, you can't say Zerg struggles on new maps. The race that struggles on new maps is definitely Protoss, without a doubt. Protoss has the most problems. Best Twilight map is a mix between... You know what, Best Twilight map is quite difficult. I would say like Neo Moonglaive, Byzantium 3, Triathlon, or Neo Medusa. You think saying, did you just say that Protoss struggles with anything? Protoss against Zerg is literally unfair. Like, I say I'm a Terran player, I've not actually played Brood War in like a year, but... Like, PvZ, unless you're watching like peak era Bisu play, seems impossible to win. I don't get how people win PvZ. It's like you're at a constant disadvantage from the second you spawn. Lucky Noob saying maybe they should try not to FFE every time, but then you're going to be behind anyway. You know? You're just behind. Like, Protoss struggles so much against Zerg because Zerg can do basically whatever they want. And there's nothing you can do about it in the early game. Like, absolutely nothing. Like, you can maybe do some damage with Zealots, but then they'll still beat you with Hydra Bust. And then if you over-defend the Hydra Bust, you die later on because you've not got enough units. And then if you under-defend the Hydra Bust, you die because the Hydras kill you. So, like... I don't know. Like, they just press the H button and you die. Like, what do Protoss do against Hydras? Like, I don't understand. Like, without a doubt, people always bring up how Terran have won loads of championships and Zerg have won loads as well. The reason why Protoss haven't won championships is not PvT. It's PvZ. Like, all of the really good PvT players suck at PvZ, historically. And that meant they couldn't win tournaments. But then all of the good PvZ players sucked against Terran. Look at Bisu. Bisu's PvT was garbage. Like, he's good at micro, but the second it goes late game, he just dies. Because he can't use carriers. Like, it was even a meme back in the day how bad his carrier usage was. Obviously maps do come into it a lot, but I think there's a lot more maps that favor Zerg than there are Protoss. The thing is, the maps that favor Protoss against Zerg favor Protoss against Terran so unbelievably much that they have to get removed. Look at Central Plains. It was removed because Protoss, like, there was like 80 games on it, like 70 plus of them were all PvP. Because like you would not send anyone from Protoss there because Protoss was just so good. Lucky Noob lying in chat saying you need to favor Zerg because otherwise Terran win every time. People give Terran too much benefit, man. Okay, what we got going on in this game? We've got 2 gateways of Templar Archives coming in. Stargate, 3rd gateway of course in the natural. Our Zerg player went for a layer off of 2 bases, going into a 3rd hatchery at the front gas. Now this is a very weird base to take, but as Zerg it's not too bad. It gives you a frontal assault point where you can kind of go from. We do have DCs coming in now. Unfortunately, Razz isn't quite Bisu, so he's not going to win with just Corsair DT, but he could do a lot of damage. Killing the Arbiter, you can see how little damage Corsair do to Arbiters, by the way. But that will uncover the eggs. These eggs do have 20 armor. You can mineral walk over it to get the base, but you do want to kill those to expand. This does give Protoss a very easy 3rd gas to take. This is, I would say, is probably one of the better maps for Protoss in the map pool, 3-player wise, for PvZ. Like, Protoss players in chat can either confirm or deny, but this is a pretty good map for Corsair Reaver, right? Because you have 3 very easily defendable bases, the Zerg bases are very droppable, and you can take bases behind the eggs, which means Hydras can't just wander up to your bases over and over. Like, this is one of my favorite 3-player maps without a doubt. My favorite 3-player maps are probably this and Pathfinder. And I also like Great Barrier Reef a lot as well. I did like Gold Rush too. Gold Rush I thought was good. It looks like we do have the 3rd hatchery get taken down by the Zealot DT force. That's going to allow him to push into the main with his Corsairs, as all the Hydralists did move forward before moving back. This is going to put the Protoss at an advantage. He's going to be able to expand before the Zerg player does. And the supply of the Zerg is so low right now because he keeps getting supply blocked. The Corsair usage from Razz this game has been pretty impressive. Now it looks like we are going to have Razz get ready to move down to the bottom right just to check for any bases. He did see that there was no 3rd base here. He definitely doesn't want to kill that Arbiter, but looks like Nykla does, so he's going to kill that. Yeah, Razz is playing this really well at the moment. He's up now to 5, 6, 7 gateways, 8 gateways. No 3rd base yet. I would love to see him take a 3rd base, but I think he just has a big enough army to just steamroll the Zerg. Zerg has never been able to build the Hydras that he needs. Edgewater, game 4 was on Traithlon. This is game 4. Did it not add the... Oh no, it did. Yeah, it did. Game 3 was on Holy World SE. I wasn't sure if it added the score, but we've got a spore colony out the front. Now that's good against the observers, but there is none. Now this is a lot of lurkers. If he needs anything to hold on, it's this, but the overlord's running out into the middle of the map and dying again. +1 attack on these Corsairs, doing a number on a number of overlords. Now the DTs, unfortunately unable to go in because we do have the overlords here. But Nykla could take this base at any time. He's chosen not to. He could take this base as well. There's no way for the Protoss to attack those bases. It was all the decision to expand here that cost him a lot of pain. It didn't cost him pain, it caused him pain. And it looks like that's going to be sort of figured out. The lurkers, this is the Cadenzi lurker army, not burrowing, losing most of them before he can burrow. Storm going down on 2 of them, killing them. Only 1 lurker remaining does go down. Calling out Cadenzi for like a 3 or 4-year-old meme. But there we go. Oh man. Shots fired. Yeah, got a LML right with Gore as the chat from time to time. Keeps things interesting, man. I mean, the way I avoid getting roasted is I just don't even play the game anymore. Like, I'd love to play, but it's just way too stressful. I can't do it. That's why I just spend all my time on VR chat. Like, I don't have to worry about anything in VR chat. I just talk to people. Like, there's no stress. Yeah, my Valkyries were always great, especially when I built them against lurker builds, but... I think you'll find I had a winning ratio against Dog previously. I do not have to worry about anyone on VR chat. Like, the Japanese community on VR chat is like incredible. It's just so, like, everyone's so nice. Like, everyone is so unbelievably nice. It's great. I hope Dog chats this mod. LML just said, wow, Kicks beat a dog in StarCraft. He called Dog Holiday a dog, what the hell? Why? Looks like Razz pushing forward. Nykla still unable to build enough units to hold on. The hatchery gonna go down at the front. Dog Holiday. But I think this is game over. Razz has been too strong. His army too well trained. The budget going into this army, I mean, the Protoss back at home don't get any healthcare, but at least they've got a strong army, right? GG, Nykla taps out, Razz wins game number 4, and Red take their first series in the STPL Season 5. Okay, so that was a pretty exciting series. We had some pretty good games there as well. I definitely think my favorite game was game number, was it 1? That was like, no, it wasn't 1, that was the TvP. It was game number 2. That was definitely my favorite. Definitely weird, the Blue Storm game. But a lot of red people in chat saying now the Dodal is free. It's a lot easier. Fair point. You guys got your Dodal back because there was a lot of community contributions to freeing the Dodal, and it worked. And now you've unleashed your full potential. So there we go. Creative wants to watch the game again. You can watch the game again, because one of the benefits of co-streaming on YouTube, man, is you can watch the VOD immediately. As soon as I stop streaming, the VOD's available on the channel. There we go. Link below the chat if you want to go back and watch that game again. Watch me lose my absolute mind, because I have no idea how to explain how that went. But let's have a look at the results. Another 3-1 here. Zoom taking out Machine in game number 1. But Jumper, the foreign policy toss on Blue Storm, taking a win over Fear in one of the weirdest games I've ever seen. rOuta taking his first win in 11 games over Lick on Holy World SE. And Razz beating out Nykla on Traithlon with a dominating performance. Is EVP really that one-sided? It's a 110 score, rOuta. Oh, you want a perfect 111 score. Why wouldn't you want an 11-11 score? Like, that would be better. That would be way better, but yeah. That is going to be it for today. There's no stream on Friday because we only have 4 series a week to cast this season. So I will be back on Monday with some more STPL action just to go through... Oh, sorry. Just to go through the series from next week. I just need to actually go and look at my own post because I can't remember. So in week 2, we have Ash versus CWT, DM versus Psy, IrrA versus Red, and Naz versus SCTV, Starcast TV. It's going to be good. Tune in on Monday, same time, same place. Hopefully, we won't have any walkovers next week. Usually week 1 is the worst, and then it gets better from there. But it should be all well and good. I am going to host somebody. Who am I going to host? I'm going to host G5. I think he's on a STPL team, but if he isn't, bug him to join an STPL team. That's going to be it from me. A very good afternoon, morning, evening or night, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys soon. If you're watching this, you're watching the STPL. Hopefully you've been enjoying what you've seen so far. If you want to help me make more STPL content to bring more tournaments to you, please support us on Patreon, which you can find up here. And also, there's so many different things you can get through Patreon. One of the main and one of the easiest ones to get is, of course, access to all of the replays of the STPL so far. We've had some amazing games, such as some of the games you can see just over here.